a single discipline, by a single university, by a single country. They demand of us partnerships. They demand that we find ways to work together. We're fortunate at our university that we've always had a rich history of establishing effective international partnerships. You see that those partnerships are reflected almost nowhere in the world more strongly than you see them reflected here in Kenya, where we have a 55-year history of partnering with this university, even under different names, going back to its earliest days in the creation of your College of Veterinary Medicine. I have colleagues who have spent time here and at Ori and have very fond memories of those partnerships. So many others, but we have had people who have worked very hard along these partnerships between our two universities. And you see that reflected in a more recent aspect of our story. 2 years ago, in 2010, through the USAID Higher Education Development Grants, one of the 11 grants that was funded out of nearly 350 proposals came from the combination of our two universities working together. And if you read the four main elements of that grant, you'll see reflected in it this history of land-grant universities and the importance of these approaches that we've been talking about. The center, to date, has already accomplished a great number of things. There are joint curricular developments in process. A GIS lab and field station have been rehabilitated. Faculty have put together short courses. We have held important consultations with communities on the directions of this research. And all of that matters to us because as you, the leadership of the University of Nairobi, act to legitimize this center, it's important for you, as all of us in these universities, when we make choices about what we will and what we won't support, to consider not only what we have accomplished, but what we have the potential to accomplish. And as we look to the future of the center, we see things such as joint educational programs. We see the potential for online education delivery to take these programs and push them out to the people who need them so very badly. We see disciplinary integration in the sense that allows us to get at these great global challenges by bringing all of our talents together. We see community-based research and community inclusion in ways that assure that the research will in fact have an impact. And we see the opportunity to come together with other partners across the world, other strategic partner institutions, yours and ours, as close as institutions like the University of Hawassa in Ethiopia, and as far away as institutions that we partner with in Latin America, China, and India. I should pause here for just a second before I finish up and offer a word of thanks. No program like this, no partnership that has spanned 3 to 5 decades, no grant that has as far-reaching an impact as this grant has, is the responsibility of any one individual. There are always people, teams of people that work to make these successful. But I would be remiss if I didn't pause and thank Dr. Jesse Joker for your activities on this grant. Personally, I can tell you that I would probably not have been on this trip, but I am incredibly grateful, and I think with your leadership, we have an amazing future in front of this partnership. So thank you. saying that mathematically, if two things are equal to the same thing, then those two things must be equal to make a major difference on these challenges. And history will judge whether or not we make the most of that opportunity. It is my belief that if we work together, we will be proud of the ending of that story and will be comfortable with history's judgment. It is in that spirit that I am so proud to represent faculty and staff and students of Colorado State University and the delegation that also represents them here in saying to you at the University of Nairobi, we look forward to partnering with you and the progress we'll make on these great global challenges. Thank you very much. Last couple of days, we've had a lot of folks working with the faculty on what I would call some of the academic content pieces of our group. The College of Agriculture, the College of Veterinary Medicine, Biomedical Sciences, the Warner College of Natural Resources. But we also have people here from our Rice Locals for International Affairs who host some of these partnerships. We have two individuals, Robin Reed and Kathy Galvin, who have been very active in working here. We have Paul Evangelista, who is working actively in Ethiopia. And what I thought I might do is ask the four of you to join me up here. And maybe we can together field some questions from the audience or start a little discussion amongst ourselves about some of the ways we see this partnership going forward, some of the pitfalls that we want to make sure we avoid, some of the opportunities we want to make sure we take